Welcome to the second part of this video, the second part of this stream. My idea here, and now I will drag in the little bit of notes that I have taken for this project. So I'll just say, like, part of the test here is how well I can manage doing this sort of cross-cultural storytelling that I'm interested in, but I'm obviously not an expert in every culture around the world. So I have to rely a lot on research whenever I want to do anything interesting, to be honest. Because my life's not that interesting. So if I'm doing history, if I'm doing future, whatever I'm doing, I have to look up a bunch of shit. But hopefully the AI knows just enough that we can make something reasonable and not insulting. With this idea, let me find the window, I have too many windows. With this idea, this is not even the idea, but this is like the thing I wrote down to remind me of the idea and the setting. And I didn't even get the full idea out in text. So this is like an embarrassingly incomplete idea. So give me a second. Oh, I only have one sip of that left. My idea is one thing I grew up hearing about a lot as someone that lives in Southern California is about how Chinese immigrants have long been part of California history and the Wild West history, and were crucial in building the transatlantic railroad. And I did like the bare fucking minimum of research. I'm not even gonna call it research. I brought up some wiki articles and like frantically tried to read some shit. There's a whole thing, Nebraska to Sacramento. The companies were ripping people off, of course. It seems, from what I understand, they were kind of like building past each other because they got paid by the mile. So they were like, well, listen, we could do what the government expects and what the people of America want, which is just like connect our shit. Or we could make twice the money if we both build all the way the fuck past each other. And apparently they were, on their way to building past each other, but didn't get that far before photographers and reporters and stuff started pointing out they could have connected the lines and they just haven't. Like, what are these companies doing? Apparently they were ripping off the government as these big patriotic monopolies. Supposedly patriotic companies got a bunch of money from the government, but it still wasn't enough, and they tried to get more and just had to fucking cheat and got caught. Thankfully. Thanks to journalism, thanks to people on site taking pictures, writing articles. Good shit. But anyways, that's on the wiki article. The wiki article for First Transcontinental Railroad has some interesting shit, which I could not read all of. But Da Vinci, our wonderful AI, has read these articles. It has read all of Wikipedia several billion times, probably. And so it is pretty fucking familiar with that stuff. So, had to drag out this intro longer. Here's the culmination of all of that. I tried to do some research. I tried to do the bare minimum of research, partly because I'm actually pressed for time, and partly as a test. I want to see if I can, trying to be respectful, write about a people who came to this part of the world that's close to where I live, part of where I live, the Wild West. I'm like on the edges of the Wild West. And they're part of American history, and so it's interesting to me. It's important to me as somebody that lives in this area. and I don't know that much about them. And so I am trying to catch up, and part of that is through fiction, which might be a stupid way and like an exploitative way, problematic way to try to learn this stuff. But hold on, my dog is whining at me. I'm gonna close my door. So what I want to do is a Chinese railroad worker in roughly this year, 1867, around the Sierra Nevadas in the summer. Maybe I'll say it's like let's rewrite this. So our setting is 1866. That's how subtraction works. Winter in the Sierra Nevada mountains along the Central Pacific Railroad line, or in its path along the eventual path of the Central Pacific Railroad line. Our protagonist is a female Chinese American railroad worker whose parents were immigrants from China. That's what I'm thinking. And I kind of did something like this before with my book, where it's sort of a cop-out, but I don't know how to make her convincingly sound like a Chinese immigrant in the year 1860. So I'm just gonna kind of make her sound Wild Western and just say she grew up here, and sort of build the character based on a recognition of my own limitation. I can kind of get the Western style. I've seen enough Westernish stuff, and I live in the area, so I feel like if I say she's born here, she has that influence, and maybe GPT can help guide me with that influence. But she's an American as much as so many people were in the Wild West, where like part of that shit wasn't even America for a long time. It was Mexico, and then before that, obviously, belonged to many different tribes and nations of people, many different cultures. So yeah, so this is our setting. And again, this is, as you might sense, part of why this is interesting to me is because I'm interested in stories like this, but I don't necessarily know enough to do them myself. And I said that up front. Maybe you didn't believe me. Around now, you should probably believe me. I'm trying to learn and be respectful, but I am trying to be aware of my own limitations and be receptive to research and what the AI tells me. And if the AI fucks it up, and you're an expert in 19th century Chinese American culture, like somehow you see this video and actually have the expertise to correct some of this stuff, please leave a comment in the YouTube video. Because that would be fucking amazing to actually get like corrections on what I fuck up. Invariably, what I will almost certainly fuck up. I appreciate, and I appreciate feedback on that. In addition to that, as I said in the teaser to this, I'm going to be drawing very loose surface level inspiration from the Skinwalker legends, but I am definitely not part of Navajo tradition and not familiar enough with that to do that justice. So I'm just gonna call it like a desert werewolf or something, and have that be my own stupid spin on this general idea where I'm admitting this is an homage to their stuff, but I don't understand their stuff, so I'm not gonna pretend that it is their stuff. It's my own stupid stuff. Okay, so hopefully that's enough intro for the second part, if you didn't see the first part. Hopefully I said everything twice and not 3 times. Yeah. Let's try to continue. Let's try to actually do this thing. Our setting is 1866. Winter in the Sierra Nevada mountains, along the eventual path of the Central Pacific Railroad line. Our protagonist is a female Chinese-American railroad worker whose parents were immigrants from China. She is investigating, or she hears rumors about I'm just gonna put in quotes because this was my thing. She hears rumors about a desert werewolf out there in the frontier. Frontier? I'm scared. I'm I feel like I dreaded this moment all day. I feel like I had just enough of an idea to be something interesting, and then no fucking idea what to do with it from there. But this is, allegedly and hopefully what the AI is good for. You can come to the table with about this much thought through, and maybe a couple scenes like maybe she has to investigate a gold mine, or stumbles across one as she scopes out the area of the supposed werewolf sighting. Okay. And then here's the other, scary part that I'm thinking. Oh yeah, hold on. How's it look on my camera? It's bright. It looks fucking bright. So we'll try to not blow out the... Oh no, that looks like shit. Hold down. We're looking good. I'm looking at myself on the phone. So we got the hat. We got our Western hat, y'all. I'm feeling the difference already. I'm feeling like I'm ready to ride a horse. She's got a horse, y'all. I almost forgot about the horse until I put on the hat. She has a horse named... Alright. Let's do names. Names is always like a dumb thing. Some people don't give a shit about names. I always overthink names, as I must overthink all things. She has a... oh yeah, I already named it. I'll save you all the time. She has a black horse named Flint. I mean, it's classic, right? It's classic. You gotta have something or someone named Flint in a Western. Okay, so the thing I was going to say, that I got distracted before I put on the hat, is I want to do this story differently than I normally do, which is if I have unlimited time, I will just plan and plan and plan until basically there's so much planning that it's written, and then go through and string all the points of the plan together, and then that's a story that makes sense and doesn't have plot holes. But that's not always very fun to do or to watch. I feel like that's the most reliable way, and it is also the most boring way to watch anybody work on this shit. So I'm gonna try to not do that for the second half. So what I want is to tell the system to basically like be a dungeon master, like be the environment, and I will be the character. But first, she needs a name. I don't know what the fuck her name is. Hello, dimension. I'm planning on doing a kind of Wild West RPG with you as the narrator and game master. I will speak and act on behalf of our protagonist. But first, she needs a name. I'm trying to think of how to ask this, and like I don't even think it's going to give me an accurate answer. And so if you know this is an inaccurate answer, please tell me. But let's just assume it has the galaxy brain, it has the database, even though it's not hooked to a database. Let's just assume it knows, and let's just ask for some accurate names that we can work with. And hopefully it doesn't pick anything like fucking I don't even like, you know, the kind of shit I don't want to see, you know, like if it just shows me like Ching, I'm not gonna be happy. No one's gonna be happy. Everybody's gonna be mad at the robot. So hopefully we get something that's not that. But first she needs a name. Please suggest 5 reasonable names for the setting and her heritage for me to choose from. Okay, I hope. Let's roll the dice. Let's hopefully not get anything that makes us all hurt. Let's see what we get. Mei Ling. Okay. A name I recognize from Metal Gear. Metal Gear Solid. So I won't choose Mei Ling, but I do like the name Mei Ling, for the record. But we have names that do appear to be Chinese names. We didn't get a Qing, and that makes me very happy. I will try to pronounce these. Apologies in advance. Yinzhu, or I think the X is like Zhi. Yinzhu, Yui Yan, Min Feng, Zhe Chun. Zhe Chun? I think that's what it is. Zhe Chun. Hopefully, one of those is in the ballpark. I apologize to all Mandarin and Cantonese speakers out there. I like how, you know, regardless of my ability to pronounce them, I think I like this one. I think I like Yinju. I think that sounds pretty cool. I'm going to look up really quickly. I'm not sure if you can, if I go into a new tab, does it show it? Let me see. Oh, it does. Okay. Beautiful flower or petal. Wait. Okay. Yinju. 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 Okay, I guess you can spell it both ways. Unisex name. Meaning beautiful flower. Unisex beautiful flower. Okay, okay, okay. I'm drawn to it. I'm digging it. We have our name. We have our name. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy the whole list. Just in case, for some reason. You know, I like hoarding information. So, I'll throw that in. I'm going to pick Yingzhu. Yingzhu or Yingzhu. I think I'm just going to go with the simpler spelling. Easier to type. Okay. Cool. Cool. I think that wasn't a disaster. I looked it up and it was a real Chinese name with a real meaning. So, awesome. Awesome. That makes me really happy actually that it didn't just like completely invent some bullshit. And maybe one of these words did not exist in 1860. And if that is somehow true, please tell me. But I fucking like that. Okay. Yingzhu. Sweet, dude. That's tight. That is tight. Okay. This is the kind of shit I dreamed about as a kid. Like, I'm trying not to get too excited because I'm sure it's gonna like come up with some dumb thing that doesn't make sense. And I'm glad it didn't include the name Some Dumb Thing in that fucking list. Because given the history of English language writing about Chinese Americans and Chinese American names, like, there's so much stupid bullshit that it could have just shown me. And I'm so happy that it exists in my dumb brain, my fucking corrupted American brain. But the robot knows better. So that is fucking amazing. So she's got a black horse named Flynn. Let me add the name here. So we are reiterating it. So it's super clear. And I'm gonna just use it. I'm not gonna like rearrange it. I'm not gonna try to figure out. I'm just gonna use it as presented, so that if it's fucked up, I'm sorry, and but at least it wasn't me that fucked it up. It was the robot. So I will speak on behalf of our protagonist. Oh my god, this is so sick. I'm already too fucking hyped about this. Okay, let me get this window out of the way. I want to be able to see her picture. I can see her picture. She's a railroad worker. She's sunburned. She's not had an easy life. She's definitely, you know, her parents' daughter. She makes them proud. She gives it her all. She's one of the only people like her working there. I don't know if historically anybody like her worked, like anybody that young, any women that young worked on the railroad. I kind of suspect not, just because of hiring practices, not because of ability. I'm sure someone like her could have done it, but, you know, racist white shitheads don't often hire people who can do things because they look a certain way. That's history, and that's the history up to the present, unfortunately. But in our world today, Yinzhu is working on this railroad. She hears the rumors. I'm excited. I'm nervous. Sure, I'm gonna fuck up something if I'm sure I've already fucked up something. But we will try. We will try. Okay, so I haven't tried this format yet, so um, I'm hoping to entertain as much as to learn right here. So we'll see what we can do. Let's really start. Let's really finally start with this part. We are sitting in a bar near the makeshift bar near the end of the current Central Pacific. In a worker camp? That sounds bad. I guess that's what I'm gonna call it. That sounds bad, but it's just like they're out in the frontier. You gotta have a camp near where the project is. So worker camp. Eesh. Okay. They're sitting in a makeshift bar near the end of the Central Pacific line in a worker camp. Please set the scene and as some and have some character tell us the rumor of this desert werewolf out in the snowy mountains. Maybe I don't call it a desert werewolf. Maybe I just... We'll just call it a werewolf. We'll just say it's a werewolf, y'all. Like, shape-shifting witch demon something. For now, it's a werewolf. We'll call it werewolf. Please set the scene and have some character tell us the rumor of this werewolf out in the snowy mountains. So we can begin our adventure. Our creepy adventure. I don't know why I always do horror. Maybe it's because I live in a constant state of heightened anxiety. But anytime I think of any kind of story, it's like something is going to kill them and they have to destroy all of society in order to survive. Like that's always somehow the way I up the stakes and convert my paranoia into a story. Okay, so I'm gonna lower this bit just so it doesn't like completely eat up all of its space. Okay, let's see what it do. Submit. It didn't do anything. Da Vinci, please set the scene. Have some character. Tell us the rumor of this werewolf. These? Okay, there we go. That's also part of why I use its name, because sometimes it doesn't know you're actually talking to it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So for this one, I mean, maybe this is obvious, and we're already like 3 hours in, but this one I'm not going to revise. I'm just going to go with whatever it gives me. I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to question it too much. I'm just going to try to accept as much as makes any kind of sense, and just build and build and build until we run out of space, which will happen fairly quickly, but we're already pretty deep into the stream, so it doesn't need to be the longest story in the world. But it looks like we got our setup. It looks like this is a prompt that you could copy from me and start your own adventure with, which I think should be pretty cool. If you're like me, that's already opening up. Just that thought alone, you're already thinking like, no, I'm going to name the horse something different. No, I'm going to put it like, you know, I'm going to give her a laser gun. Like, you know, do whatever the hell you want. This is fiction. This is the fucking glory of fiction. You can do whatever you want. You'll probably offend somebody, but you should try to offend people for generally the right reasons, or just don't publish it. Just write whatever you want. You know, you don't need to put everything out there. If it's full of stereotypes and bad, shitty tropes, know that it's shitty and you shouldn't you shouldn't put it out there. Okay, let's actually read this. No more nervousness. For the Wild West, partner. We have to channel. Hold on, I have to try to match. I have to try to match the pose. Oh, this is not gonna work. I don't have the spatial understanding. You know, I have a dangly earring, and I didn't wear my damn dangly earrings. I wore my turquoise earrings because we're doing like a whole Grand Canyon sort of theme, is what I was thinking. I didn't wear a dangly. I need more dangly earrings. But okay, so we are Yinju. The bar was dimly lit. The walls adorned with crudely drawn maps of the Central Pacific Railroad line. Oh, that's so good. That's so fucking... that's good. God, that's smart. God, that's fucking smart. They just put maps in the bar. Oh my god, like... Fuck, that's smart. Shit. Okay. The place was packed with workers of all walks of life, the air heavy with smoke and conversation. Oh my god. God, that was fucking just maps on the wall. Like, in half a sentence, it established, like, what it took me at least one sentence to describe. God, that was smart. Okay. 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 I can compose myself. The place was packed with workers from all walks of life, the air heavy with smoke and conversation. Suddenly a loud voice boomed above the chatter. It belonged to an old man sitting in the corner. "It's true, I tell you. I've heard stories about a creature out there in the Sierra Nevada mountains," he said, eyes wide with excitement. "They call it the desert werewolf. Word is anyone who dares to venture out there will never come back." The workers gasped in awe, while others laughed and shook their heads in disbelief. "What do you think, Yinju?" someone asked. "Do you think it's true?" Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Yes! This is exactly what I wanted. This is exactly what I fucking wanted. Oh my god. Bro, it's like, it set up the bar, it set up the fucking Central Pacific Railroad line, it's got crazy old coot yelling fucking Wild West rumors in the bar, and then somebody turns to me and asks me what I think. Oh, this is so fucking good! This is so... I'm so happy I spent, like... I know I didn't spend that much fucking time, but I'm so happy I spent the time to, like, do just the bare ass minimum of research, because I feel like it's already paying off. Okay. Okay, I'm so excited I don't even know what to say. Alright, so she's just gonna be a cowboy, y'all. Like, I'm sorry, some of the cultural shit's not going to be quite right, but this is a draft. This is a role-playing game. This is an educational experience. If you have proper education to make this better, I think technically this is... well, actually, I think I own this, but this part, it's public domain. I'll say it right now. This is public domain. I'm not the one smart enough to do this justice. If you want to take this and do your own version of it that's like properly researched and shit, feel free. But this is my my public domain real-time draft of this shit. And my beard is gone. So let's try to spend, I guess, about half an hour filling up the rest of this this poor robot's memory with my shit. Oh, not bold. Not bold. Hey, old man. I'm just gonna do this first person. Yeah, why not? Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does if I do this first person. Let's see what it does. Hey, old man, I shout at him. Where's this thing supposed to be? I bet you anything. If I go looking... I mean, this isn't a good bet, but this is what I'm gonna say. I don't find a damn thing. Submit! Ooh! 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 It's doing it. It's doing it! Like, I don't even know the quality of it. The fact that it seems to actually be fulfilling the exact role I want and, like, doing exactly what I hoped it would do for this, like, second person fucking D&D shit. Ah, that is so cool. Okay. Old man chuckled. Oh, you'll find it all right, he said, winking. They say it's living somewhere near a gold mine in the mountains. If you're brave enough to make the journey, you might just get lucky. Okay. Alright, so if this was a real book, I'd have him ask, like, which gold mine? What are you talking about? But I'm just gonna, for the sake of limited memory, I'm just gonna say she knows exactly what fucking gold mine he's talking about. And it's time to go investigate. Let's go into those fucking gold mines. The utilidor of the mountain. The gold mines. I always try to do two different things. Well, I mean, in both of my attempts, I try to do two different things, and I end up doing the same fucking thing for, like, both things. But I don't know. That's just how it works, I guess. Alright, we're gonna go Werewolf in the Gold Mines, y'all. Oh my god. Okay. That's perfect. That's perfect. Beautiful, beautiful robot. Okay. I'm just gonna say... I glance over the map and see the mine he's talking about. Tell him if there's anything there to find, I'm gonna find it. People bar gasp. And then everybody clapped. Don't do it, Yinju. It's too dangerous, someone says. But I pay no attention. But I brush it off. You don't see me tomorrow. Won't see me again. And with that, I grab my backpack. She have a backpack? Oh, she has a backpack. Grab my backpack and step outside to hop on my horse foot. Okay. We ride together. Up to the mountains. Say up towards the mountains. I don't want to like lead it too much, but I feel like there's no way to not lead it. So I'll just say like, what do we encounter anything interesting on the way up to the mountains? Okay, let's see what it tells us. I'm so excited about this that it's actually like It didn't do anything. Let's put this as like system text. Submit. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay. So we ride it towards the mountains. System text. In square brackets, do we encounter anything interesting on the way up the mountain? Sweet! Okay. So it's going with what we gave it. We're going with what it gave us. Going up to the mountains. We got our cowboy hat, y'all. Do what it do. As you make your way up to the mountains, you notice a strange silence. The only sound is the snow crunching beneath Flint's hooves, and the occasional howl of a wolf in the distance. Oh, fuck, they're wolves. You keep an eye out for any sign of the desert werewolf, but so far you haven't seen anything. Suddenly you hear a loud crash in the distance. You stop Flint and look around, trying to determine where it came from. You spot an old abandoned wagon off to your left with a broken wheel and its contents spilled out into the snow. You cautiously approach it and see that there are several barrels of what look like whiskey scattered around it. Oh, fuck. You then hear a growling sound coming from nearby and quickly turn and find a large wolf standing in front of you, its eyes glowing in the darkness, and it looks like it's ready to attack. Oh, fuck. Our quest is gonna end mighty quick, ain't it? Oh, shit. Okay. So... so now this is kind of ironic. Oh, my beer's gone. So in the last episode, I said that, because I come from such a, like, a gaming and D&D role-playing game simulation kind of background, that's what I usually approach writing with, and so equipment and gear is something I always think about up front. And it's kind of, how do I put it? You try to anticipate, like, as a real person, like, okay, I might need some rope, I might need, you know, in her case, I might need like a 6-shooter revolver, I might need a whip, because I'm here with a horse. She probably doesn't whip her horse, so maybe she doesn't have a whip, maybe she just has a revolver. Maybe she has like a tiny little shovel thing or something. Maybe not. Maybe that's like a World War II kind of like contraption that didn't exist here. A trowel? I guess a very small shovel thing. Maybe she has a hammer. She is a railroad worker, but it's not like a sledgehammer. Or is it? Maybe she carries a sledgehammer. I mean, if she's a rail worker, maybe she swings a fucking hammer all day. Okay, fine. You know what? I was gonna say whip, but Indiana Jones has a fucking whip, and she doesn't whip her goddamn horse. She hammers nails. She hammers fucking spikes. She hammers stakes all day. This girl carries a fucking sledgehammer. Okay. That's what it is. That's what it is. A wolf comes. This is what it is. Okay. Alright, this is good. This is good. This is good. Okay. I don't really want to hit it. I don't actually want to smash the fucking thing's brains in. So... Alright, so we'll establish right here. She has a 6-shooter revolver, and she has a sledgehammer. She considers using the sledgehammer, but doesn't. She doesn't shoot the thing. That's not the alternative. I have to like look up her name every time because I'm an idiot. Yinju. I didn't even have to say it. Okay, I'm sure if the AI could roll its eyes, it's gonna roll its eyes in. But okay, I assess. I mentally assess a few things on my person. revolver. She doesn't have a whip. Some rope. Heavy hammer for driving rail spikes. Some hard tack. And salted meats. Some salted jerky. You know what? I'm just kind of bullshitting, but instead of like shooting at it or hitting it with the hammer, I'm gonna try a little bit of a, maybe a stupid move. I'm gonna say, and a few other assorted survival items. I decide to pull some jerky out of my backpack and hold it out, offering it to the wolf instead of the wolf. It's as a peace offering. How does the wolf respond? I'm gonna keep prompting it like this. Alright, let's see what happens. The wolf sniffs and seems intrigued by your jerky you are offering. It takes a few steps closer and sniffs the jerky in your hand, then backs away and sits down. Oh, it's so cute! Seemingly content to watch you from a distance, you cautiously move forward and offer it the jerky. It gladly takes it from your hand. Oh! It has a name! What? Oh no. That you then notice that the wolf is wearing a collar with a metal tag attached to it. The tag reads, "Property of Dr. Thomas Moreland." Oh my god, I'm so glad I didn't fucking bash its brains in. That's awesome. It's like, oh yeah, domestic wolf. You take this as a sign that the wolf might have some connection with the mysterious desert werewolf. I don't know why I would assume that, but okay. So you keep an eye on it as you continue your journey up the mountain. Hey, okay, we didn't kill the wolf. We got past the wolf reasonably, even though I had to kind of like decide on the fly what we have in our adventuring gear. Oh, that's sick though. That's sick. Okay. Oh my god. We're not going to get through like a full adventure of this. I might have to do a part 2 of this, but I want to go further. I want to go at least a little bit further. Even though it's giving myself too much to edit. But this is so cool. This is so cool. I want to leave it here. I want to at least get to the gold mine. Okay. 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 Using my knowledge of part of the frontier and my memory of the map, my way along the track, past it, up the mountain to the general area. still riding on Flint. I find a relative high point and overlook the area. I'm not sure why I'm asking it this part. I just want to like see what it says, I guess. Trying to find some kind of camp or sign of life that might be near the entrance to the gold mine. What do I see? Okay, let's go. Oh my god, new character. Oh my god, a whole new thing. Okay, sweet. I wasn't quite sure where to take it next, but it took it for me. Alright, sweet. As you scan the area, you spot a small campfire in the distance. You can't tell if anyone is there, but you decide to investigate. You urge Flint forward and soon find yourself standing in front of a small lean-to. Inside, you find a man huddled near the fire. He looks up at you in surprise and stands, revealing himself to be an older gentleman with a wild, unkempt beard. "What brings you here, stranger?" he asks gruffly. You explain that you're looking for the desert werewolf, and he laughs. "You won't find it here," he says, shaking his head. "But if you keep going past the abandoned gold mine, you might have better luck." He gestures towards a path that leads further up the mountain. Oh shit. And then turns back to his fire. You thank him for his advice. Make your way up the path he pointed out. After about an hour of walking, bro, I have my horse. We're riding. But an hour of riding, you spot the entrance to an old gold mine. You take a deep breath and enter, prepared for whatever lies ahead. Okay, so now here, oh man, I'm gonna save this, because this is like a whole thing, and it fucking rocks. This is fucking sweet. Okay, so now what I'm gonna be thinking about for the whole next week is, do we actually go into this old gold mine? Because it's kind of funny. The AI told us to go past the gold mine, and then it brought us to the gold mine, and then had us step inside. So I guess that's what I'm gonna think about. That's what I urge you to think about. I know this one just started. Hopefully, I'll spend more time on it next week, and not quite so much time spinning my wheels with the carnival thing. Is this hat noisy? Like, I can't tell if it's noisy on the recording, but I like playing with it, and it makes a lot of noise on my head. Yeah, so we're either going in the mine, and this is kind of similar to what we did earlier tonight, where we have to make a choice: under the ground or over the mountain. Where do we think we'll find the desert werewolf? Oh my god, we have our horse, we have our equipment, we have a fucking tight setup. This is so much better. Like, I don't know, maybe it's still a little cliche, maybe it's still a little dumb, it's still a little pulpy, but this is, I'm so glad that it's responding like in the format I expected, where I give it the general. Let's just look at it again before we go. I said I'm planning on doing a Wild West RPG with you as the narrator and game master. And then I give the setting, our protagonist, and then I give the scene, set up that it actually kind of wrote. She hears rumors about a desert werewolf out in the frontier. Maybe she has to investigate a gold mine, or stumbles across one as she scopes out the area. She has a black horse named Flint. That's just like a random detail I threw in. I will speak and act on behalf of our protagonist, Yin Zhu. We are sitting in a makeshift bar near the end of the current Central Pacific Rail, or Central Pacific Line, in a worker camp. And then it didn't it didn't respond by default. I started doing these square bracket things, and then it was like, oh, that's I do something now. And then it actually responded. But that was kind of all the extra formatting it really needed. DaVinci, please set up the scene, have some character tell us the rumor, so we can begin our adventure. It did it. I responded in first person, even. And then it just kept going like a book. You know, like, books normally don't have... I mean, I guess it's just treating it as a first-person book, but it's doing its role. It's being the game master and the narrator and the other characters. And then all I had to do was like set up these prompts for what I was expecting to know next, or like what happens next. And it was even fine with me giving myself my gear after the first encounter. It was like, okay, yeah, you gotta... Somehow you have to kind of lay out how you're going to solve this. It accepted my pacifist solution. I didn't just shoot it. Like, it even created this new character, Dr. Thomas Moreland, who's living up in the mountains. So maybe next time I'll have to maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's what it's setting up. That I just now fucking realized that if I go past the gold mines, I'm gonna find Dr. Thomas Moreland's place, and maybe he knows something about the werewolves, the desert werewolf. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! He has a wolf. He lives near the mine. Oh my god! Okay, that's tight. That's a new character. That's a new a new scene, new lore. That's going to be a whole thing. That might like take up the whole memory of ChatGPT, but maybe we can figure out how to take that whole scene, kind of delete most of it, put back in just enough summary, or like summarize everything that's happened, and then tell it, okay, now we're going in the gold mines. What's happening in the gold mines? Oh man, this might be like a couple weeks worth of content with this one dumbass story that my stupid ass was able to cobble together. Oh, that's tight. That's so tight. Okay. I will edit this and try to get it up before next week. I will try to stream at about the same time next week, about 4 p.m. Pacific on next Thursday. I'm gonna try to do this every Thursday until my brain explodes. I don't know, but I'm having fun with this. I'm having fun trying to do my structured thing that I have, you know, all these million different ideas for, and also trying to do these kind of more improv segments where I'm either outlining some fan fiction or trying to do a one-off, or apparently now doing like a D&D campaign in the Wild West. But it's all AI fiction. It's all neat ideas, storytelling, text-based content. So I had fun with this. I definitely am looking forward to the next episode now, especially because of this this new story that's unfolding. All right, thank you everybody who watches, everybody who helps, everybody who teaches me stuff and supports my stupid ass. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.